Hi everyone. It is my second to last night in Scotland. I'm very grateful. I'm also very tired. I'm ready to get home. Whirlwind vacation, and I'm going to share some of it with you. Welcome to the Dornoch Castle Hotel. I'm going to walk you through my trip, show you some footage. Just a lot of yapping and B-roll, and I hope you enjoy. So I'm coming to you from my beautiful room at the Dornoch Castle Hotel. It is absolutely beautiful, but we can't start at the room because unfortunately there were trials and tribulations. We started our morning doing everything right. We were going to drive to Niagara Falls, then to Toronto to fly out. Niagara Falls went well. They almost didn't let us across the border because my windows weren't opening. Against all odds, we made it into Canada, and the odds were against us, but alas, I had my Canada socks on. And we are now at the falls of Niagara, those falls specifically. That's maybe an exaggeration, they did let us across, but my windows weren't opening when they asked us to, so that was interesting. We had a wonderful day in Niagara Falls, and we left in enough time to get to the airport 2 hours early, and then we hit an hour's worth of traffic. And then when we got to the airport, they said, sorry, it's too late to check your bags. All right, so you gotta check your bag. There was no way they could get our bags on another flight. All this to say we missed our flight and had to rebook. And because we missed that flight, my return flight also got canceled. So I also had to rebook that flight. I don't want to talk any more about it than we already did. I'm learning a lot about international travel, and it was kind of a nightmare, and I cried a lot. But we've moved past it. We got our new flight pretty quickly. We had a layover in Amsterdam. It was supposed to be a direct flight. It's my fault. You know, I was at dinner the other night for my birthday, and one of my friends said, Carly, what do you want to do in the next year? What's your goal for the new year? And I said, I'd like to go to Amsterdam. Mission accomplished. We got on our flight. We had a 4-hour layover. I spent too much money on a sleeping pod because I was so tired. I watched Catfish reruns and fell asleep for 2 hours. And then we were on our flight to Edinburgh. But that's not the end, because once we were in Edinburgh, we had to get a rental car and drive the rental car up to the Highlands where we are now. I am never planning a vacation again with this many steps. I was worried about this trip the entire time going into it, and frankly, like, I was right to be worried, because the more variables you add for a trip, the more that can go wrong. I simply, like, need to give travel a break after this, both financially, because this trip got more expensive and out of hand, and just, like, for my own sanity. Travel is such a privilege, and I think everybody should be afforded the opportunity to travel in a way that makes sense for them, and, like, it can be nightmarish. We as a society need to work on that. But then we finally got here to the hotel, and it was like I was embraced in a warm peace. Our person who checked us in, the employee who checked us in, was lovely. She got us all set up in our room, which is absolutely stunning. Hi everyone. Welcome to the old core room at the Dornoch Castle Hotel. We enter into a room that is absolutely swimming in opulence. When you enter, you have the bed, 2 lamps, and a nice, say, 55-inch TV. Several reading nooks, as well as luxurious chairs, enter the room. Complimentary sherry every night. Cheers, mates. Nook, chairs, fireplace, closet, vanity. Here's where the magic really happens, of course. The bathroom, tub, with jets. Now here's a feature I really love about Scotland. It seems like good tea is a human right. And so we have a box full of options. Plunger, the British kind, is a French press, if you will. We don't mention the French here. Mugs, coffee, what more could you want? Day one, I mostly just napped because I was so tired. We had gone 36 hours, basically, without significant sleep. At the 24-hour mark, you have the equivalent of like a point something, like alcohol blood content. The person who was driving did get more sleep than I did. He sort of can sleep anywhere. So he napped a bunch on the plane and napped here, but I can't fall asleep. It is my curse. Maybe something to work out with my therapist later, but I do have insomnia issues. So I napped most of the day while my friend took a run and read and relaxed. And then we went to the beach. I brought 2 swimsuits. This is not a swimming beach. It's very cold. It's the North Sea. Again, 2 swimsuits. Did not use either. Went to the beach, hung out with the seagulls, and then had just like a classic dinner in town of steak pie and chips. The next day we did a boat ride. We were really excited to get into the boat ride. We drove out to Cromarty and did like an eco-friendly wildlife where we got to see dolphins, lots of birds, and some other animals. I saw dolphins in person. They were so cute. So the dolphins they have here are the largest and fattest dolphins there are. Because it's so cold, they need the extra fat to survive. They're also quite curious and friendly. It was a really nice boat ride. I love boat rides, but I got motion sick. Another fact about the plane, I freaking vommed. I vommed in the vom bag. That's something that happens to me now. So before the boat, I took a Dramamine so I wouldn't get motion sickness, but then I was sleepy. So we came back here and I took another nap. A lot of napping, but it's my vacation and half of it's to rest and it's supposed to be relaxing. And I love napping. Why would I give up my favorite thing to do? Day 3, we did horses. We rode horses. I don't know if I'll have any footage of it. My horse's name was Sandy and he gave me a really, really hard time. He did not like the bugs. I don't either. I'm covered in bug bites. Sandy didn't like the bugs, and so he kept moving his head up and down, and I asked the attendant, who was the guide who was doing our horses, and I said, hey, should I like loosen up on the reins when he does that so he doesn't bring me down? And she said, no, just stay strong. I can't stay strong. I was so scared and it hurt. So eventually I was like, Sandy's in charge now. Do what you want, Sandy. I don't like being covered in bugs either. I sympathize with you. It hurts so bad, but I'm glad I did it. It's good to be challenged in life. Before that, we went to a lighthouse. It was lovely. Got a really, really great view of the North Sea. This is all views, baby. All views. Drake style. Not Drake style. I don't like Drake. He's weird with teens. Day 4 is my favorite day. Loch Ness Day. I'm a Nessie girl. And this was our most activity-packed day because we were just going to spend the whole time in this town. The name of the town I'm going to put on the screen. I do not know how to pronounce it, but it is commonly known as Loch Ness. First thing we did was the Highland Coos. I am obsessed with Highland Coos. I said to my traveling companion, when we're there, we need to see the cows. And he said, I don't know what you mean. And I said, you know, Highland cows, the iconic Highland cow. And he said, okay. I turned him into a believer. We went to this like family farm and visited their pet coos, and I also got to feed a lamb. I fed the coos, I fed the lamb, I looked at the water, they were so lovely. Did all my souvenir shopping, and then we went on the Nessie Hunter. It was time to find our girl Nessie. It was a 50-minute boat tour when he said, ooh, it would be cool to find Nessie. It would have been cool to find her. She wasn't in the mood though. I don't not believe in the Loch Ness Monster. I think that of all the cryptids, it's the most likely. Loch Ness is super fucking deep. It is really ginormous. I don't think it's just one though. It's likely to be like a family because I think it's easier to believe in a weird sea serpent than it is to believe in an immortal sea serpent. It's a lovely boat ride. The weather is nice. I think the weather's been nice the whole time. It's been bright and sunny and shiny, and if you're from the UK, you know that's not normal for Scotland. We brought the sunshine with us, and I think I might be the first person ever to leave Scotland with a tan. Today was our last day. We slept in. I had to sort out some of my travel woes, get a new return flight back again. Really stressed about it. But then we went to Dunrobin Castle, beautiful castle, saw the falconry. They did a falcon show. They were very cute. I love birds. And toured the castle grounds. And then we went to the Johnnie Walker distillery. So they do all the Johnnie Walker blends for the Highlands and in Scotland. They do a lot of them there. I had a little whiskey drink. It was delicious and strong. You could feel it. And then we had Italian food for dinner, which is great because I was really sort of getting tired of British food, and I joined the Clean Plate Club. That leads us to now. Tomorrow, we'll be going to Edinburgh to spend the night before I catch my flight home. We made it to Edinburgh. Beautiful city. Excited to be here. I'm so sleepy. It's about 3 p.m. and I have an early flight tomorrow, but I'm hoping that I will be able to get in some fun times. Perhaps go to a museum, get a good meal for dinner. I saw a taco place and I haven't been able to have tacos while I was in northern Scotland, and they're like my favorite food, and the first thing I was going to do when I got home was eat a burrito. So it's possible we'll be able to get margaritas and tacos, which would be so clutch. But let me give you a little room tour. All right, so we have our closet. We were upgraded, so standard things. Oh, those robes and slippers will be getting used. Again, tea is a human right here. So we have tea, coffee, hot chocolate. We sort of just scattered all of our belongings when we got into park. A television, we're in the surgeon's corner. 2 chairs, a bed, and a bathroom. So remember our other bathroom didn't have a door? This one does, but it has, like, imagine, like, at my height level, I can literally see through. And a bathtub, and that's the room. So lovely little luxury. Excited to get some good rest tonight. My flight is booked and ready. I have so many anxieties all the time. I just want to get home to my cats. I'm so glad I got to share my trip with you all. I'm gonna maybe make myself a glass of chamomile and take a bath to sort of relax after my long day of relaxing. And I can't wait to see you in my next video. Goodbye, and remember, whimsy saves lives.